means dancing at the movies. And it feels so mystical, magical.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Pop It Like It's Hot. It's been way too long, but we're back with another episode. Obviously, you can tell what this episode's going to be titled because we just sang it for you. It's not mystical magical, but it's Moonbeam Ice Cream.
Yeah, it's Moonbeam. Who doesn't want a Moonbeam Ice Cream?
Absolutely. So for our new topic, or first topic, I should say, Sabrina Carpenter, she's announced a new album, Man's Best Friend. That's what it's titled. And it's coming out August 29th. There's been a widespread controversy over the album title. Personally, I think it's very provocative. It's misogynistic. And there's a new lead single out called Man Child that she dropped on the 6th of this month. I don't know about that cover, girl.
Honestly, it's like, look, I'm open. Like, I love when women are expressive and they show, like, they can be out in the open. We're not conservative,
Absolutely.
Not by any means. But I feel like it's more like, it feels like a downgrade.
Right? From the previous album.
Like. Yeah, it feels like a downgrade. Yep. Like, I feel like the other ones, like, she was like, yeah, she was still sexual, but she was more, it felt more powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's this feels exactly like how I feel too.
Yeah, this feels more like a downgrade. Like, we're trying to please the men, and we're like, I feel like that's not what Sabrina Carpenter is about.
Right.
Sabrina Carpenter is like, be sexy for yourself. And this one's like, I don't know. But I get it. Like, you want to be like, some women like them. That's okay. But I don't know.
I see like what she's trying to do, like to defy those odds. I think that's what, I don't think she's trying to succumb to that like agenda. But I think she's just trying to like defy those odds and like take her power from that standard, which I get it. It's just, I don't know, like you said, I just didn't care too much for that album cover. It does feel like a downgrade.
I feel like it could have, like, if you were trying to do Man's Best Friend as your thing, you could have gone different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the hair. I feel like it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She could use some hair oil.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Also, another thing, I'm like, like I said, I don't want to put her down. Like, she's doing great. I love it. I love seeing it. But sometimes it still gets to me. Is that I feel like she still looks so young. Like, I forget she's like also in her mid-20s.
Yeah.
And she looks so young, and she's like, she's short. So to me, I still see her as like an 18-year-old or like a 17 to 18-year-old. So when I see her again, like dressed up in the acting that way, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
It always catches me off guard. But like, obviously she's in her 20s. She can dress however she wants,
She's still in that Girl Meets World, like,
exactly. Like, I still see her from the Girl
era.
Meets World.
Yeah.
So like, when I see her dressed like that, I'm like, whoa,
hold the phone.
Hold
my phone.
Hold my phone.
Shut up and watch me go. In other news, Silento, the creator of the song Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay, he's been sentenced to 30 years in prison for killing his cousin. So he just whipped himself into prison.
Yep. Whipped himself to prison.
Yeah.
It's surprising. I don't know. I felt like hearing that song, I wouldn't think he was a murderer.
I know. I mean, I was very appalled when I read that article.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Well, now he ruined his own life.
Yeah.
So I don't think it ain't ever that serious to kill your cousin.
No.
It is not that deep. It is not that serious, child. In other news, Benson Boone's new album, American Heart, is dropping this month on June 20th. Sounds mystical and magical if you ask me.
We need to talk about this like whole like Benson Boone and what the is he, because it's so confusing seeing, like, I feel like he's trying to be Harry Styles, like trying to steal his look, but it doesn't look authentic to him. It's like, it doesn't look like it's something he wants to wear. Like, he was forced to wear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you look at like other videos and you see how he dressed outside the stage, he's dressed like a regular frat boy.
Yeah.
And if you see his house, there's no like looking of creativity and none of that.
I see
So
what you're saying.
it feels so it doesn't look genuine. And what also doesn't make sense is like when he announced his tour, it was like a shirtless picture of him holding the American flag. I'm like, that doesn't make sense because I thought you were trying to be like Fabu and all this, and now you're holding
flamboyant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like now you're just holding the American flag. Like it just doesn't make sense.
I hear ya.
It doesn't make sense.
I just want to see him do a backflip live. Did you know that he grew up Mormon?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I feel like that also explains a lot because I feel like him being like Mormon, like he never really saw out there, so he
never had like the traditional like American like teenage experience.
Yeah, so I feel like I think right now this is him like acting up.
Yeah,
like he thinks
he's making up for the years that he never got.
Yeah, I feel like this is him being. He thinks he's a badass right now.
I mean,
you get it.
He is in his own right. Like, don't flip,
don't flip. CPR.
I'm giving her Labubu CPR. I gave Melanie the loyalty Labubu from the Big Into Energy series. Yeah. Thank you, Gianni.
Thank you, Gianni. Thank you, Gianni.
Call me the Labubu dealer. I will sell you a Labubu. Labubu.
Labubu.
Sorry, I'm getting on a tangent here. In other news, another exciting news, the Wicked for Good trailer, which is the second part of the Wicked movie, is coming out on November 21st. And they just released the trailer this week. And the clips I've heard and the scenes I've watched, I remember watching it on my Uber ride home from work and I bawled my eyes out.
Yeah.
Thank God it was nighttime so the Uber driver couldn't see the tears falling down my cheeks. But it's just gonna be an emotional masterpiece. I already know. I love the story.
I do too. I think it's gonna be I think it's just gonna be as good as the first one.
I agree. I feel like it might even be a little better if I do say so myself.
Yeah, the trailer really made it look like it's gonna be one hell of a movie.
I just can't wait to go to the theater with you again, and
I can't wait to see Elphaba and Fiyero kiss.
I just can't wait to be changed for good. Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah. I have so many friends. And I have so many friends.
And I have so many friends. But only one that mattered. I have been changed for good. In other news, Dua Lipa has officially confirmed her engagement to Callum Turner to the British Vogue in an interview with them. So I kind of figured that they had tied the knot already. I can't wait to see her this fall in Chicago. I hope she does the pencil dance.
I hope she does the pencil dance. Me too.
Happy for them. On to other sad news. This is quite sad. There was a plane crash in India, leaving 241 people dead and one lone survivor. I wanted to talk about this because I just really wanted to figure out how that one person survived, but I think he was in the exit row, the 11A seat, and he like essentially pushed himself out before the plane crash, which is crazy.
He got extremely lucky.
Yeah, I heard it crashed the plane rather to into like a medical building or something, so it like killed a couple people on the ground too. It's just so sad.
Yeah,
like what's going on with like
the planes
right now? Like makes me even scared to go on one. These days. Anyways, thoughts and prayers to those affected and their families. In other somber news, Jesus, I guess I lumped the sad topics together. A baby dolphin calf has passed away in Brookfield Zoo after being born. They only lasted 4 days of life. They only lasted 4 days and then the life was over.
I thought it was very weird, but apparently they say that the first few days of a dolphin's life is actually very like severe.
Critical.
Yeah, it's very critical, and like their expectancy to live is kind of like elope.
It's very low. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
They even said that within the first year, like 1 in 5 of them die.
yeah,
Like, don't make it past the first year, which is
yeah,
a very shocking statistic.
right.
I feel like needs to be studied more.
Yeah. So they like, because I was like, how does it pass away? Like I thought it has probably some genetic thing.
And who knows?
Yeah, because the lion, think there was I think I forgot they were twins, but there was two baby cubs that were born and they had to put one down because
Oh.
it had like a something with the spinal. It was like some spinal. They were doing
Oh, that they
surgery.
couldn't.
Yeah, and it wasn't working out, so they had to put him down.
That's so sad, dude.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
You're always looking at me, dude.
Who's looking at me, dude?
Moving on to more exciting news. Karol G announces a new album. It's called Tropicoqueta, and it's out June 20th. And it's allegedly been produced by Tiny, who I love so much. He's worked with Bad Bunny and other very popular artists in the Latin industry, and he's made bangers after bangers. And I've liked the 2 singles that I've heard already, so I'm excited for this album. Big fan of Karol G. Olivia Rodrigo is set to make her comeback this year as well, most likely towards the end of summer or the beginning of autumn. There were rumors going around that kind of circulated in the sense that she would be releasing a project focusing on like a red color theme, which I feel like would be cool for her.
Yeah. I like it.
I think that's what they said about Charlie. Well, not red. I think it was orange, right, for her.
Yeah, that was gonna be her next color was gonna be orange. I feel like this is how like Taylor Swift has really influenced the music industry because obviously every era of Taylor is a different color, and now I feel like a bunch of artists are like contributing that to their own music.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of her too, I heard she bought her master's.
Yes.
Back.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
I know. Good for her.
So I don't know if we're gonna get.
I don't think
reputation.
we're gonna. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Why? Doesn't make sense.
She was like, I'd rather just buy it.
Yeah. Well, she did that. In other news, Instagram introduces a couple new features to its app. You can now rearrange your post grid regardless of when the actual like post was made. I don't know if you saw that. And you can also share music you're listening to from a streaming app in real time and post them on the notes section now. I don't know if it's compatible with Apple Music or YouTube, but I know it is with Spotify.
Love that.
Yeah. Ice Spice has been casted in the new SpongeBob movie. It's called Search for SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay.
And she will also be releasing an original song for the movie soundtrack. I just hope that it has nothing to do with poop.
Yeah. I feel like she's been going downhill, but like hopefully she makes a comeback.
I think she will. She just did a remix with KATSEYE'S on Gnarly, and it was actually pretty good.
Oh, I love that.
And she did not mention poop once, so
good.
I think
we're on the right track.
I think we're in the P era now.
Yeah.
Addison Rae, she dropped her new album titled Addison, and allegedly she is dropping the name Rae from her stage name, so she's going to be just known as Addison. And she's set to drop music videos for every track of this album. So I thought that was interesting because I feel like not many artists do that.
Yeah.
They usually do it for like the singles. But yeah.
I love that.
In other news, Marina Diamandis, she announces her new tour to promote her new album, which also came out on 6/6 called Princess of Power. But unfortunately, there was no Chicago date, and I have a problem with that.
Me too.
Marina. W.
Gnarly.
T. F.
Gnarly.
In other news, 6 out of the 7 BTS members have been officially discharged from the South Korean military as of this week. Can I get a... Cause I've been the dynamite. Oh. Or what was the song you were singing in the car with BTS and Halsey? Boys with Love. Sing it. Sing it.
Boy with love.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh my. Yeah.
Okay, you can stop now. Thank you. Speaking of Korean entertainment, Squid Game's final season is dropping this month on the 27th. Beep boop. The Summer I Turned Pretty, their final season drops July 16th. A lot of final seasons this year. We got Squid Game, The Summer I Turned Pretty. We got Stranger Things.
Yep.
It's gonna be a mess of a year. I mean, it already has been, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Cat's Eye announces a new EP called Beautiful Chaos that is coming out at the end of this month on the 27th of June. And they will be performing at Lollapalooza for the first time ever on A3. I just remember getting the tickets as we were on a FaceTime call, and then I just backed out.
Yeah.
And now they're like all gone. And if you want to get a ticket, it's like you got to pay the reseller price now. I'm like, oh,
yeah, not even worth it, to be honest.
I'm just gonna wait at this point for them to go on tour.
Yeah.
Gnarly. Everything's gnarly. Hottie, like a bag of Takis on the Avi, baby tryna copy on the
yeah.
gnarly. Okay, thank you.
Her.
This should just be like a singing podcast. Karaoke. Sing along.
Sing along if you know this song.
Oh, okay. Now you spitting bars.
Yes.
Euphoria season 3. I'm not sure this is the final season. Is it?
Euphoria?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Who cares? This is their 3rd season, and it will have 8 episodes, each allegedly lasting 1 hour long. It's going to be an 8-hour season. In other news, CYRUS, who is brother to Noah and Miley, accuses Brenda Song of faking a pregnancy, an abortion, and a brain tumor during their 7-year relationship. I thought that was crazy.
That is crazy.
Because Brenda is not that type of girl.
Oh, not that we know of. Mm-hmm. We never know.
I mean, that's true, but we know her very well as Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior, and London Tipton.
That's very true.
Prindle.
You mean now the Prindle?
Yeah. Do you listen to or fm?
Am or fm?
I definitely listen to fm. But now she's with Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone, so I don't know if you knew that they have kids together.
I did know that. Yes.
Okay, good for you. Maybe our audience didn't know. Okay.
Well,
it's our job to educate our audience on pop culture. Okay,
that's very true.
Thank you. And for our last topic of today's episode, Kanye West has changed his name yet again. This time to Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said when I read the article. Okay.
Sure.
Well, thank you guys for listening and tuning into our lovely podcast, and we will see you in the next one.
Ta-ta.
I hope you guys have a lovely day, and hugs and kisses.
Ta-ta.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Ta-ta. Ta-ta. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Da, 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 da. Bye.